guys, and welcome back. Welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies, and in today's video we are going to be talking about none other than Season 3 of Troll Hunters. Oh boy, so this is the end of the show. Now I know it's not the end of the franchise. We still have 3 Below, which is about these two characters that we got introduced in Season 2. I don't really like those characters. I really don't care about those characters. I found them annoying. I kind of don't want to see the show about them, but who knows? I'm just going to have to see and find out. And then we also have the spin-off Wizards, which I have no idea what that's going to be about, but then we have the Troll Hunter movie. So I will be watching those. I will be reviewing those eventually. But in today's video, we are going to be talking about none other than Troll Hunters Season 3. Now, what can I say about Troll Hunters Season 3? I enjoyed this season a lot. There's a lot of great moments in this season, actually. But there's one moment that, I don't know, I just don't like, and it's at the end of the quote-unquote show. I don't like the way they quote-unquote ended the show here with Troll Hunters, and I'll talk about that. I really just want to get into that moment, but I gotta give some context before I do, so we'll go through a little bit of the show. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, because I really just want to get to that moment. However, I am going to be doing a live stream where I'm going to talk about the entire show Troll Hunters, just the show Troll Hunters, not the spin-offs, but just the show Troll Hunters with a couple of friends of mine. So if you guys want to check that out, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because I'll be doing that next week, actually. So, just for me, my thoughts going into Troll Hunters Season 3. I really enjoyed the most of it. There was just one moment throughout the entire show. It was all perfect until the end of the show, which is really funny to me. Now, we have, of course, our big guy in charge of Troll Market. Yes, Gunmar himself has won at the end of Season 2. Gunmar himself is indeed in charge of Troll Market. Gunmar himself is ready to rule all, and he wants to take the human world next, obviously, by bringing the Eternal Night. But he needs Morgana to do it. And yes, Morgana, the girl, the witch that was after, the witch behind Angkor Wat, that Morgana. And I liked how they connected it all, but the thing is, Morgana to me felt like a secondary character. Felt like a secondary villain. She never felt like a main villain to me. The main villain to me was always Gunmar. We always built up to Gunmar throughout the entire show. We were also building up to Morgana, but we were mostly building up to Gunmar. And there were some really great moments when they finally got none other than the wizard himself. Yes, the team finally got to save none other than the wizard himself, Merlin, which Merlin's just a grumpy old dude. It turns out that Merlin never died. He actually was just asleep for a very long time. He got hurt in the war before, and he was just asleep. And it turns out that the Battle of Killahead Bridge, the bridge that, of course, we've known forever when it comes to Troll Hunters, the thing is, he was fighting Morgana at that bridge. It wasn't just Gunmar and our Troll Hunter. It was none other than Merlin as well. And the thing is, we now know that Gunmar wants to free Morgana. So you would think that with Merlin back in town, he would want to help stop that. But he doesn't. He doesn't want to prepare him to stop it. He wants to prepare them to destroy Morgana instead, which was really interesting. And it even got to the point where um, he gave, he actually gave our boy Jim a chance, a choice, to either protect and save his friends, or fail. He would fail as a human being, according to Merlin. The only way he could save them is by becoming a troll. By becoming a troll. I actually really like his design, his troll design. I think it's really interesting, really cool. And yes, I'm skipping through a lot of what happens throughout the show, throughout this season, because all of this season was fantastic, but I just want to talk about the end of the show because it bothers me so much. It just bothers me so much what they end up doing. So I liked what they were doing between Claire and Morgana. I really did like Claire, because she used Morgana's staff. Claire has the power of shadows, and she used it too much last season to save all the trolls. That leaves Morgana to get into her head. And eventually, there's an episode where Morgana even literally takes over Claire's body, of all things. Like, I thought that was, I really liked the possession episode of that. I thought it was really interesting, really cool. And I liked that rivalry that Claire was building up with Morgana. And I liked how at the end, yes, Claire does get a chance to defeat Morgana. And, I mean, they all do. Everyone has their moments throughout the show. Ark does, Blinky does, of course, our boy Toby does with his staff. And I liked Claire and Toby's suits that were actually made out of all things, the Vespa that Blinky was building with with Jim. Merlin just comes in and turns it into armor for the two warriors, Toby and Claire, and I liked that. That's funny, and I liked how he actually really likes Claire and no one else. He doesn't even like Jim that much. He's just a grumpy old man. You know, he's just a grumpy old man. I actually, this is the only Merlin that I've ever seen that I've never actually really liked. Like, I expected a powerful, grand, wise wizard, not a grumpy old man. That's what I got out of Merlin. But he's a fun character nonetheless, and he is right. He does have good points when it comes to the situation at hand, which is defeating Morgana and Gunmar. But the thing is, we were building to Gunmar for so long, and Jim does have this amazing battle with Gunmar, and he defeats Gunmar. That was fantastic. That was amazing. But then right after that, they turn around and they have to fight Morgana. Morgana ends up being the big battle at the end, and Jim has no part to play in it because he was just so tired of after fighting Gunmar that it was Claire that ended up saving the day. And I like Claire, but Claire is not our main character. Morgana isn't our main villain. It was Gunmar and Jim. If you ask me, a better battle, a better situation of how this fight could go, they could fight Morgana, Claire could defeat Morgana, and then after that, Jim could have fight none other than Gunmar. This could be Gunmar's last chance before the Eternal Night goes away. This could have been his last chance to get rid of the Troll Hunter. So, Then we have the big battle at the end between Gunmar and our main character Jim. Our main villain against our main character Jim. And we could have ended the show like that on a happy note. Instead, we get Claire versus Morgana, and I liked the fight. I liked how they defeated her and everything like that, but she shouldn't have been the main villain of the show. She should have been the main villain of the show. And I know, she wasn't the main villain of the show. Yeah, she was, because she was the end battle. And I mean, I liked how Claire defeated her, you know? Using the powers of the shadows, kicking her into the shadows herself, with Blinky and everyone just barely able to save Claire. She couldn't have done it without her friends. Jim couldn't have done it without his friends. No one could have done it without each other there, which was great. Everyone had a moment to play. I just think this defeat over Morgana overshadowed the main defeat over Gunmar, and I don't like that. I think Gunmar should have been the main villain, the biggest villain of them all, right? We built up Gunmar for so long, and then we do have an awesome moment where he fights Jim, and Jim wins. But then it's overshadowed by Claire's fight with Morgana, and I don't like that. I don't think it should have overshadowed the defeat of Gunmar, which was pretty much the point of this entire show. That's just me, though. Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts about Troll Hunters Season 3. Now, I know, there's a lot more I could talk about, a lot more I'm going to talk about in my live stream with my friends. I'm probably going to be doing that next week, either next Tuesday or next Wednesday, so look forward to that. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out. Bye. Oh boy. Troll Hunters was just about perfect until that ending battle between Claire and Morgana. Like, I liked that, but it should have been Jim. It should have been Jim and Gunmar.